You're probably nauseated by the word inflation by now. And just another video about inflation. But listen, as a doctor, we hear about the headlines. We might feel it a little bit at the grocery when we go there, but we don't think too much about it. Inflation has become baked into our economy. Now, the Fed's response is obviously raise interest rates, but how does it really affect doctors? Long run, and how can we really, if you really think about it, how do we protect ourselves from inflation? The stock market, rallied a little bit. I mean, this is, talking about present day. When you have inflation and then the Fed's response is raising these interest rates and it's staying relatively high, this creates all kinds of drags on the economy, including affecting dentists. As people have less spendable income, first of all, they stop spending on cosmetic things, right? Cosmetic dentistry, elective dentistry, that slows down first. And then on top of that, inflation is making the spending power less. On top of that, our reimbursement rates aren't going up with inflation. We aren't seeing insurance companies, inflation's coming up, so let's make your reimbursements increase. The relative income of a dentist is going down. These are things that we don't think about because we're high income earners. So inflation is most felt by the poor. But the truth is, it is affecting us. It's making everybody relatively poor because we have less spending power. We're earning less. Everything's prices are going up. And even though we're high income earners, we can afford it. We can afford it a little bit less. And this is the hidden tax called inflation. So they talk about this so-called soft landing that we're headed for. Even though they've jacked up interest rates, the economy's still purring along. Unemployment stays at historic lows. You have a little bit of uptick in it, and people keep spending. And they're like, well, listen, we're able to slow down inflation and not topple this economy into a recession. Well, what they've found is that inflation's still sticking around. And now we know that it's affecting all of us. Whether you're a doctor, whether you're a welder, whether you're a nurse, whether you're anybody on Main Street is getting their wealth getting eroded. In the stock market's not going to go. Equities aren't going anywhere at this time period. Right? It's during times of inflation and high interest rates, and feds are saying we got to get control of interest rates, and we're going to jack up interest rates a few more times. That's going to lead to devastating effects to the economy, things that we haven't seen before. And on this video, I'm going to tell you how you as a doctor can help protect yourself against economic uncertain times. All right, before we get too far into this, welcome back to the channel. I'm Dr. Johnny Walker, aka Dr. Jonathan Withanacci. I'm a endodontist as well as a self-made multimillionaire in real estate investing. I'm also the managing principal of Walk of Wealth Capital, which is a real estate firm which has helped dozens of dentists create multiple streams of completely passive income, as well as continue to build their wealth. We've invested in 1,523 apartment units to date, and we've done over $221 million of real estate transactions. On this channel, we teach doctors how they can make the transition from being the rich doctor to the wealthy doctor. It takes a shift in mindset. It takes a shift in strategy. That's what this channel is about. That's what our community is about. We have even more in-depth conversations. We go live every week in our Facebook group. It's called Financial Freedom for Dentists. Join it if you're a dentist or if you're a successful business owner, because a lot of this information is pertinent to you as well. So definitely join the group Financial Freedom for Dentists on Facebook. You can have direct access to me. You can have direct access to literally thousands other doctors and dentists that are on the same journey that we all are, which is to achieve freedom from finances. Now, let's look at this clip of Joe Biden.
Inflation is now at the lowest point it's been in over 2 years. We're growing faster. We're economically more advanced than every other major country in the world.
But is this really true what Joe Biden says? Are we growing faster and are we more economically advanced? I don't know. I'd question some of that. The reason that we have to pay attention, we can't just say, inflation, I keep hearing about it, I don't even want to talk about it, and ignore it. That's a wrong approach. Those that understand the game of inflation will play it in a way to their advantage, use it to their advantage. The people that don't will get buried. The wealth will be eroded from the inside out. Inflation is like a cancer if you don't remove it. At least remove the risk. Let me preface this. This country's backbone is built on small business, including dentists and doctors' offices. We're all small business. And small businesses are facing a stage 5 hurricane, right? With the feds telling us that we're going to continue raising interest rates to quell inflation, which has risen. Well, US, that's what they're really telling us, is the US economy is about to have the rug pulled out from underneath. You go to the Whole Foods to buy grocery, you will buy just to buy a couple of fruits and a couple of little things, and it's $100 automatic. How is that 3.2% price increase? We have to question the numbers the government's using. You see, the numbers they use, the CPI index, and when they strip out core and food and energy, then it's this much, you know, the producer index. These numbers are so doctored to push a narrative, and even still, they can't hide the amount of inflation that's happening. They say we're almost beating inflation, right? But how is that possible when unemployment is still at record lows? The labor market itself isn't going to change anytime soon. We need robots or AI, or we need to let in more skilled immigrants that can handle work, because the truth is we're underpopulated. And as a result, people have to pay more for labor. And if you want to retain good staff, you have to pay even more. Doctors know this, dentists know this, right? You want to keep your best staff. They're getting wooed from, oh, come manage my office. Office manager getting tempted with X, Y, and Z. You have to top it. You have to give incentives, right? So this all eats away from the bottom line. Interest rates go up. Any stuff that we're buying, products, any things that we finance, we're spending future earnings, future profits by servicing debt. We're clouded in debt. We have $2 trillion in student loan debt and another $2 trillion in credit card debt. This is the highest amount of credit card debt in American history. We're maxed out on our credit card. Nobody has reserve money left. When we look at it from the big picture, we're not going to see a soft landing. It's just not going to happen. We are headed for a black hole, and the destination is unknown. We saw 40% of all US dollars printed in the 18-month span after the pandemic. 40% of all US money. So where am I going with all this? Like, how does this tie in? Well, the best hedge against inflation has been proven, right? As the dollar falls in value, when the dollar falls in value, traditionally the value of gold goes up, and gold has gone. Gold is an excellent hedge against inflation. Real estate is an excellent hedge against inflation. And an untested but potential of the future holder of value, Bitcoin, also has potential to be a hedge against inflation. That's more speculative. But gold has stood the test of time. Gold has been held value since human civilization. The other proven, historically proven by historical precedent, is real estate. Real estate values go up in nominal value when inflation goes up. So this acts as a natural hedge. So what happens is rents go up. Like, we have inflation in apartment buildings too, right? Inflation affects us in terms of cost of construction, materials, cost of labor, cost of insurance. There's insurance inflation, labor inflation, construction material inflation. Similarly, in the same vein, there's also rent inflation. So rents go up. When rents go up, income for properties go up. When properties income goes up, value goes up. So that's why real estate is also an excellent hedge against inflation. It's been proven for hundreds of years. Inflation also creates more renters. You know what the cost of buying a home is nowadays? The mortgage rate's at a 20-year high, 7.2%, and that's with excellent credit you can get. Average house in America is $416,000, and the average mortgage is about $3,288 per month, right? $3,300 a month. And that doesn't include maintenance, repairs, all of that stuff. Average rent in America is $1,700. In comparison, that's not that bad. Rent at mortgage is almost double. So what it's gonna do is produce even more renters, right? There's already a very small pool of buyers. That pool of buyers will become even smaller. What that'll do is create more renters. Renters need places to live, and that bodes very well for the multifamily real estate thesis, which again has been proven over and over by historical precedent, that people live in apartment buildings during bad times. This creates more demand, simple supply and demand of economics, right? The more demand for a already scarce resource of affordable housing causes upward pressure in rents. And so inflation causes real estate investors to become very wealthy. So if a doctor is holding a lot of cash, which is getting eroded by inflation because they keep printing more of it, why would you save something they're printing more of? The best thing you can do during inflationary time is borrow as much money as you can under the right type of debt, because the inflation is going to erode the value of the debt. Debtor is the favored one in an inflationary environment. Now, I hate to be thought of as a pessimist. I'm very much an optimist, but I'm also realistic. When you look at the general market, when you look at the general trends that are occurring, and looking at history and how things repeat itself, we're headed for a scenario where car possessions are going to increase, foreclosures are going to keep upticking, right? As interest rates keep going up and stay high. People start one by one that are getting distressed. They can't afford. They're just barely hanging on, barely hanging on. Eventually, they capitulate. What happens if small businesses can't get access to credit, right? Average small business has 20 days cash on hand. After 20 days, they have no more cash. They can't even do business anymore. And what we're going to see, small businesses cutting costs, laying off more people, closing locations, and they'll be forced to face tough decisions. Interest rates will go up, affordability of houses will get worse, and those that have the cash to invest and buy and have the opportunity to buy distressed real estate, there's going to be a lot of distress with this high interest rates, are going to make a fortune in this market. This is not the time to be sitting on the sideline. This is 2008, 2009 happening all over again. This is when really savvy real estate investors that have been through cycles. I've had the fortune of being through a couple of cycles. I'm old enough to have done that now. But the times before my hands were tied, the times the fortunes to be made are now, right? When nobody else wants to buy because everyone is too scared. If you get the debt piece right, where a property can service the debt comfortably and cover certain ratios, and rates are fixed in the long term, so you don't have this interest rate risk, you position yourself very favorably to see rents increasing with debt fixed, cash flows increase. This is the nature of real estate investing. It's just straight 101. Basic real estate investment. As a doctor or dentist, we don't have to reinvent the wheel. You buy enough of this, keep investing in these type of assets year after year after year, the cash flows and wealth will multiply. It's been done over and over again. That's exactly the type of opportunities that we do at Walk of Wealth Capital. Now, if you're a doctor or a business owner or anyone for that matter, if you're interested in learning more or building a strategy that's customized for your needs, whether it be building cash flow, whether it be building wealth, or whether it's saving money on taxes, myself or one of my team members would be happy to speak with you and help develop a strategy for you. You can communicate with us directly. There should be a messenger button where you can message me instantly. All right, guys, that's it for today. Hope you got tremendous value from this video. If you did, definitely hit the like button, share this with any like-minded colleagues. Until the next video, in the words of the late and great Jerry Springer, take care of yourself and each other and live a life of abundance and freedom.